How you doing today, guys? Let's talk about a couple Boker Kwaikens. I love this knife. This is a Burnley design, Lucas Burnley, genius design. The Kwaiken knife has a lot of history behind it, but anyways, his take on that particular style of knife, incredible. His customs are incredible. The Boker collaboration is an awesome value coming in for the AUS 8 version, which is mine. AUS 8, which is a good EDC steel. I really can't complain about nothing. Holds an edge pretty well and strops up sharp and does get super sharp. Comes in at around $100, $110, I think, maybe $120. There's also a VG10 model, which is what this is. I think it just come out not too long ago. Anyways, this is for an international friend here, and he had it sent brand new to me, which is usually the best way to do that for you international guys. If you're not holding on to the knife and you don't have, you're gonna buy the knife to send to me, usually it's best just to send it brand new to me. Anyways, this is the VG10 version. So he had seen the my Grayman Dua with that purpley bronze double nuke on it, and I want to go ahead and put that on this. He wanted to go ahead and put it on this. So that's what we did. Depending on how much light is on this, you'll see more bronze. In the shade, you'll see it more of a purpley bronze, dark. It's my video in YouTube is not gonna show off how incredible this really looks in person, so can do my best, but it's just not gonna do it. You gotta see it, touch it, feel it. So what else did we do? I bought around a $30 checkering file. I believe I don't know, bad heat treat on the file, or it was the wrong file. Maybe it was to only cut wood. I destroyed my file just putting these grooves into here. Thought I could cut some nice professional looking jimping on the flipper tab as requested for my customer here, and destroyed the file. The file did say it was used to cut knife jimping, but possibly they meant an annealed steel, which is a softer steel and not hardened VG10 steel. I don't know, but it does create enough traction so it works, and it's not harsh in any way. So I'm happy with the results, but I was hoping for a little bit deeper on that. Live and learn. Maybe they'll take the file back. Got the file on eBay, which is probably part of my problem, because who knows, right? Who knows? I don't know. Live and learn. Love this. This has the acid wash blade. All of the logos came off. The VG10s are stamped inside the area of the blade for VG, I believe, or VG10. It's stamped on there, so you can certainly tell the difference. Check out the edge. Oh. Love it. VG10 will get incredibly sharp. VG10 was designed from the ground up to be a cutlery steel, and a very surgical sharp cutlery steel. If I remember right, it was actually used for grafting. So it was used in grafting knives where you needed something super sharp. Anyways, it's a gorgeous steel. AUS 8 is no slouch, but VG10 is probably the way to go on these guys. A little bit harder. Blade steel will hold the edge just a little bit longer. Anyways, not complaining. I don't mind AUS 8. Really do not. I did notice that the VG10 Kwaiken has a little bit stronger D10. Now I don't know if that's just coincidence, or maybe this was a later run. I've had mine a while. Anyways, this is mine. This was sent to me as a gift from a good friend. He knows who he is. I really appreciate it. He had said, I just really want to see what you would do with a Kwaiken. So I kind of had to go a little bit nutty on this. And I like the results. This is like a wood grain texture. I am not the creator of this texture. It's been done a few times by custom makers, I believe. I know so. But I think it looks awesome. Like a wood grain texture on there. I love the way it looks with the double nuke. No, this is not double nuke. This is nuked. A lot of people ask me, what is the difference between double nuke and nuke? If you can see, nuke, when you stonewash, leaves exposed titanium, right? A double nuke goes back in the anode tank and covers in all those scratches with anode. Usually the same color, but it could be a color, you know, two-toned. So you could do it blue, and you could stonewash and do a bronze. That'd be what I would call a double nuke. I don't know what other people are calling it. This is the nuke finish here with the exposed scratches. Love this guy. You can see, because I destroyed my file, I just put a scallop in the flipper here to make it more of a conventional flipper. Works great. Fit your hand nice. I like it a lot. A US 8 blade. Very sharp. The one thing that's really nice about a steel that's just a little bit softer is how quick they sharpen back up on a strop. To me, and I made a video about this in the past, does steel really matter for EDC? Of course it matters. But when you get up into anything that's like 420 would probably even be fine. But, you know, probably maybe a little on the soft side for if you're used to anything, S30V, something like that. But my personal opinion, if I like the design of the knife, I like how it's built, steel is not everything in the knife. I guess, too, because it's not that hard for me to just strop something. But if the edge will last me throughout my day, and all I have to do is strop it, I'm fine with that. I do love to play around and experiment with super steels, S110V, yes. But really for EDC, I would never let AUS 8 stop me from buying a knife that I liked. And usually they come in at a more affordable price. So, I mean, you know, everything has its plus and minuses. I'm just not a AUS 8 hater. To me, if it gets me throughout my day, and I can sharpen it at the end of the day in less than 2 minutes, why, that's not a bad thing, right? Now the other side of the argument is you're a contractor, you're cutting carpet, you're cutting drywall, you really don't even want to sharpen your knife, you know, every lunch break. I understand that. My uses are not that, so anyways. All I'm saying is saying that I wouldn't stop buying a knife with AUS 8 versus something else. Me personally, I just wouldn't. But I can see why somebody would, but I think for the most part, if you have a strop, you'll be able to keep it very sharp. All right, enough ranting. I know, right? Carve the back spacer. That scallop actually does help a lot. This is more of a push button. Just kind of push that straight down. You do have to pull back a little bit, but it's more of a push motion. Very nice. So what else? My friend who gifted me this suggested that the knife was just a little bit too heavy. It's not really, really heavy, but it was heavier than it needed to be. So let's see if we can see this. I skeletonized the liners. This took a more time than I thought it was going to. I skeletonized them with a Dremel and went through a bunch of cutoff discs. Can you see in there? And then I filed everything nice and straight. It's not absolutely perfect, but I took a bunch of weight out of this thing and probably could have went a little more. You can see the top, the lock bar is on this side, so I could only do 2 out of the locking side. If you can see that and that. But I took a huge chunk from here to here out of here, and then another small chunk from here to here out of here. Still leaving enough meat around that screw. There you go. Skeletonize them so it's a little bit lighter. He wanted me to go nutty. I appreciate it. I am really going to enjoy carrying this. I love the design. I love the hidden stop pin in these Kwaikens designs that allow the blade to tuck all the way down into the handle, because you don't need to have any room or anything for a stop pin, a conventional stop pin. Something like this, right? You could bring the flipper all the way back here, and the stop pin, I believe, is in the front here on these. Again, much like the Southern and a bunch of other custom knives are going to that hidden stop pin. It's just for a cleaner design. Hidden being you can't see the stop pin in there, but it is in there. And I don't believe you sacrifice any strength or anything like that. It's just all pluses and no minuses, really. Just a cleaner look, no stop pin. And allows you a lot of freedom with your blade profile to tuck into your handle. So I highly suggest them, the Boker Kwaikens. I love seeing other guys do these as well, so I'm not just suggesting them just because I like doing them. It's just really an open book to do whatever you want on these. It's almost like they designed, like Lucas Burnley and Boker put out this knife knowing that most of us were going to fiddle with them. Even if you just buy it yourself and you just want to play around and create your own little project, they come with a beautiful stone wash. It's like a satin stone wash. You could hand rub the flats on sandpaper, right? So you can knock all the logos off, because they didn't stamp any of the logos around into the hollow grind. You could literally sand all the edges flat. Then you could Scotch-Brite the titanium sides, and then you could take a blowtorch and heat anodize it, or do like a nice blue to bronze fade, or whatever you want to do. And then you could chuck your hardware up in a drill press, take that Scotch-Brite pad and Scotch-Brite your hardware. You could Scotch-Brite the sides flat. I don't know, you could hand rub the whole blade. I mean, there's just so much you could do, even if you didn't want to send it off to somebody. They're really, really nice, though. Fun knife. I can't wait to put some pocket time on mine. We're going to get this one overseas to my friend. And this one's going to go in my pocket. Thanks a lot, guys. That is the Boker Kwaikens by Lucas Burnley. My take on 2 of them. Let me know what you think. Please like, comment, rate, subscribe if you will. Encourages me to make more videos and lets everybody on your feed know that you like the video and that you're checking my channel out, which allows my channel to grow. So I get a lot of comments. I don't know how your channel doesn't have more subscribers. And while I'm happy with my subscriber count, more is always better. Not always, but always appreciated. So anyways, if you liked the video, give me a thumbs up. Thank you. See ya.